Hello, today we're going to talk about graphing lines with 2 points. All right, here's my first example. So there's a way to graph this using the slope and the y-intercept, but we're not going to do that here. We're actually going to graph with points. So the way to find 2 points out of here, you make your x, y table. All right, and then you just pick any number basically for your x. You want to keep the x a small number. I don't want to say my x is 100, because then when I graph it, it's going to be extremely difficult. Usually keep your x to within 5 unless your y-intercept's like some crazy number. Use some common sense with this and it'll be easy. All right, so what I'm choosing, I'm going to choose 1 first. All right, so then I have to plug that in. So y equals 5 times 1 minus 4. So all I'm doing is choosing an x and then plugging it in. So it gives me 5 minus 4, which equals y. So y equals 1. So I get 1, 1. Now I'm going to choose 3. So now I plug in 3. So y equals 5 times 3 minus 4. If you want to, for some reason, you can pick a y and plug it in. That just makes it more difficult. Always put the x in. So 15 minus 4 equals 11. Y equals 11. So now I have my 2 points. And I can graph. So 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my first point is at 1, 1, that's right here. My second point is at 3, 11. 1, 2, 3, 11, connect the dots. There you go. That's how you graph it from 2 points using the equation. Then you can do it the other way, but this is just one way to do it. All right, this is example number 2. So I have a graph here with a line through it. This is a linear function. All right, now I want to know which one of these is the correct answer. All right, so this is a very common question. It's very simple to figure out too, just by knowing stuff about graphing from 2 points. So this back number right here, it's always your y-intercept because this is in slope-intercept form. All right? So where does this line intercept on the y-axis? Because it always has to be the y. So this is your y. So it intercepts at 4. So I know this back number has to be 4. So this cannot be an answer automatically. Now the other thing I need to ask myself is there's 2 different types of lines for your slope, negative and positive. That's a positive line. So if your slope is positive, it's going to go in that direction. If it's negative, it's going to go in direction. Which way is this going? The negative. So that means my slope, which is this right here, has to be negative. So which one of my slopes is negative? This one. That's my answer. Without having to find slope, just looking at characteristics of the graph, whether it's negative or positive, and where its y-intercept is. Make sure you're good at this because this is a very common question. You can eliminate most of your answers and get it very close to the correct one just by doing this. Every once in a while they'll throw into where you actually have to find slope, but usually not. All right, for this one we're going to do another XY table. So let's choose an X. Let's just do 0 this time. So when I plug in 0 here, I get y equals negative 1. So let's go with 2. Or let's do a negative number. Why not? Negative 2. So y equals 2 times negative 2 minus 1. Negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. So there's my 2 points. Now I just have to graph them. So 0, negative 1, and negative 2, negative 5. And connect the dots. There you go. All right, and this is the final example. So which of the following is a point on the line? That right there. So what I have to do here is when they give me a list of points, all I have to do is plug those points in. I plug in the x points just like I did with the xy table and see if I get the y out. So in this case, y equals 2/5 times 0 minus 8. So y, that gives me 0, equals -8. Are 10 and -8 the same thing? No. All right, plug it in here. Y equals 2/5 times 5 minus 8. So that gives me 2 minus 8, which is -6. -6 is the same thing as -6. Check. That's my answer. So you just plug in the x and see if you get out the y. That's how you find which point goes with that function. All right, this has been graphing lines with 2 points. Hope it helps and good luck.